In this video, we are discussing a reading comprehension question that's based on a poem. This particular poem is one written by William Wordsworth called I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud. Let's understand the poem first, and then let's look at the question that follows. For oft when on my couch I lie, oft means often, right? When I'm on the couch, in vacant or in pensive mood. Now, pensive is a word that many people misinterpret and understand to mean sad. It doesn't mean sad. It means you are in a thoughtful mood. It does not mean you're sad. It just means you're in deep thought, you're introspecting, you're pondering over something. So, he's either in a vacant, thoughtless mood or in deep thought. In either of those situations, just lying there in my couch, at home, chilling, thinking about stuff, not doing anything. In those times, they flash upon that inward eye. Inward eye as in, it's not your eyes on your face, right? It's your mind's eye. So basically, you remember something, you come up with something. So inward eye could mean just, again, that you are thinking about something. You're seeing it in your mind's eye. So you're visualizing something, right? Which is the bliss of solitude. What is the bliss of solitude? It says the inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. Solitude means to be alone. Now people again think solitude means lonely, not all the time. But solitude means you're by yourself. And it's the bliss of solitude. So you're thinking about stuff and visualizing stuff in your mind's eye is actually the joy of being alone. So the author is not thinking, oh no, I'm sad, I'm lonely, I have nothing to do. There is definitely a positive vibe going on. So what flashes upon that inward eye? What are you visualizing in your inward eye? My heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. So it seems to be that he's thinking about daffodils here. Maybe daffodils in a field. When you say dances with the daffodils, it could be that the daffodils, you're dancing with the daffodils, right? So they're also dancing. It's not just your heart that's dancing with joy. The daffodils could be moving and swaying in the wind that makes it look like they're dancing. And you're remembering the scene, something that you saw, and that fills your heart with pleasure, makes you feel such joy. So there seems to be a sense of nostalgia, right? The author is remembering something, perhaps something that they have seen in real life, and saying, oh, when I have nothing to do, I remember that moment when I had that joy, when my heart, and remembering that my heart fills with joy, and I'm dancing with the daffodils as well. So it brings me joy, not just in the moment when I saw it, but also later when I think about it. That seems to be the overall idea of the poem. Let's look at our question. Why does the speaker refer to the inward eye as the bliss of solitude? Again, when you're alone by yourself, thinking about stuff, visualizing something, seeing it in your mind's eye, gives you a certain joy, satisfaction. It fills your heart with pleasure. These are the things that the author has said in the passage, in the poem, so let's look at your options. It allows him to relive joyful memories during quite reflective moments. That's absolutely on the top, seems to fit. Let's look at our other options. Because it helps him block out the loneliness. As we said, there's no sense of loneliness in this poem at all, at least in this paragraph, so the author doesn't indicate that he's feeling loneliness. That rules out B. Because it keeps him connected to the natural world. It's not about connection to the natural world necessarily. Sure, the memory that is quoted in this particular poem seems to be about, oh, the daffodil field, or, those daffodils that were dancing in the wind or something like that. But when he talks about the inward eye being the bliss of solitude, that's more of a general statement. Not in this particular instance, but whenever he visualizes things in his inward eye, he thinks that the inward eye is a bliss of solitude. So it's not about being connected to the natural world necessarily. Because it allows him to understand the meaning of nature. Again, it's not about the meaning of nature. Sure, there is a deeper level to it. You're thinking about it, you're visualizing it, even long after it, you're reflecting on it. But this is not about connecting with nature. So just the mention of daffodils doesn't make the poem about the natural world specifically, at least this particular reference. That means choice A is absolutely the correct answer that we are looking for.